Hey guys, I'm going to talk about the Groupon campaign that I posted on Facebook about. So, I really do not recommend Groupon as a way to build your business as far as expect good returns on it. I think the returns are very bad. The Groupon recommends you discount your services 40%. I think that if you use Groupon for what I'm recommending it, you can kind of offset that from the standpoint of if you price really high, you're probably not going to make any sales on Groupon, but that's fine. The views are what you want. It's the putting your name out there, in the whole, in the industry of if a customer sees your company name 7 times, they're likely to retain who you are and what you offer, and that you've built that familiarity with that customer where they subconsciously feel comfortable using your company. So this is another avenue of doing that. This is my personal opinion. Uh, Now the metrics right here on the screen you see is over the last 90 days, I've had 27,000 impressions, 144 page views, and Groupon considers that a market value of $36. Well, if you go look at Facebook, and it actually breaks it down for you, 3,100 on mobile, 569 are on the web, and 23.6 thousand were via email impressions. Their little ad on email, maybe showing my business. But if you look over the last 30 days, I've had 17 impressions, 1,700 impressions, and 215 web, 200 email, 1.3 thousand mobile. Compared to Facebook, I ran an ad for $150 over 14 days and I got 2,300 views, but I had zero conversions and my ROI was zero. Talked about that in another video. I did a smart campaign and my ROI is through the roof on that. Obviously, Facebook probably puts it in front of maybe a better target audience, even though I'm using the same criteria. Just works a little better for me. I've heard of other guys landing jobs from it since they started it last week when we did the video. We touched base with them tonight. That being said, if you're brand new, this is a free opportunity for you to um, look at this and let's see. Hmm, Where did Okay, so on Safari, you see I search for Texas pressure washing. There's an ad for Clean Green Solutions. There's an ad for Slime Busters. And then there's a Groupon ad for Texas pressure washing deals. So with no money paid, my ad was the third one on Safari. Obviously, most people on their desktop aren't using Safari. However, there are a ton of iPhone users out there. So that's a free way for you to be up there. Now, it also depends on your name. I'm definitely leveraging on the fact that I am in Texas with this. But that being said, you can set up your campaigns pretty easy. Uh, Introducing campaign editor. That's neat. Now available from your campaigns list. So you can look at my campaign. I've sold two, redeemed two. It was two house washes for $243. One of the house washes I upsold the driveway. So I made $97 off one, which was terrible, but I got great content out of it. And she left me a review on every single thing that I sent the email. It was Yelp, Facebook, Nextdoor, and and Google. Really awesome customer. So it's kind of a good benefit of that. The other customer, again, house wash for like 150, and the driveway upsold for 150, and then 4 reviews. Because a lot of people on Groupon are not used to getting what they pay for. Again, I don't recommend this as a venue for you to put money in your pocket, but when you're starting out, some is better than none, especially if your budget for marketing is extremely low. This is a free way to put you in front of people, and you can set it up. Here's a good example. Regular price $249 up to 2,000 square feet. They recommend discounting 34%. Discounted price is 162. Money in your pocket is going to be like 97. So we'll do a new campaign. I'll walk you through it real quick. Service your business offers, roof moss removal. So we'll just select roof blow off. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to walk you through this. You can preview your campaign. Customer pays $348. You get $261. Groupon gets $87. So you see there how it's not great. But if you wanted to up what you're going to get paid for your roof, they only let you go up to $9.99. So we'll say, okay, so your price is $9.99. Customer pays $5.79. You get $4.34. Groupon gets $174. Excuse me, $144. So you could price, your house wash to, something like this, where obviously a customer's probably not going to pay $319 for house wash, but if they do, and you set it up for like a 2,000 square foot house wash, you're getting $239. That's not the end of the world. So that's the kind of thing that I would recommend that you do, and you can set a cap on this. You can set a time limit. They'll recommend different things for you. And then you hit continue. Yeah, they'll kind of help you tweak it in. You can choose from a stock library. A lot of times it's good to bring your own photos. I'll warn you, Groupon really wants you to have landscape photos. I have a few, but I don't really focus on that. So I'm not really going to write this up. Okay. Oh, let's see this one down here. So highlights of your campaign. You go to your fine print, limit 2 per person, may buy 2 additional as gifts, may be purchased every 30 days, promotional value expires 6 months after purchase. Then your location, and then your launch date, and then your contract. So you got to sign the contract and things like that. But that's really all there is to it. It's pretty simple. And again, like I said, I don't necessarily think that Groupon is something that you should do for your business to like make money. It's something you should do for the exposure. Again, like I said, over the last 90 days, 27,000 views. I paid no money for that. And the 2 house washes that I did, I've got 3 scheduled house washes. 2 of them, they actually bought the voucher. One of them, they called me and I said, hey, book with me directly. So I got all the money in my pocket. It still was at a discounted rate, but I made $200 on the house wash. So it was fine. And then I had another lady call me today with Groupon, and she said, hey, I don't fit into any of these categories, but I'd like you to come wash my 6,500 square foot stucco home. And I said, well, I'm going to have to come out there and look at it. You've got a lot of different things going on. She's got some awnings and some pillars. And I said, but I can tell you right now that a home that size, like we're not even going to start the discussion below $800, and it's likely going to be higher. Once I see anything that the job scope. And, they might say no because they want incredibly cheap work. But after we continued our discussion, she was like, yeah, that's absolutely reasonable. And then she wanted to add on some stuff. So, whether I land the job or not, I'm looking at out of the gate, the customer is expecting right around $1,000 quote minimum, and I'd obviously like to go higher. But right there, if I can land that job, my ROI for Groupon, which cost me nothing, has landed me $2,000 worth of work and 8 reviews off of 2 customers, because both those customers left me 4 reviews on 4 different platforms. That's why I will say that for somebody brand new, it's worth starting out. I I think once you've got business rolling in, you should kill your Groupon campaign, um, or make it so high it's painful and just use it as a free venue like that. Anybody have any questions? You can hit me up on Facebook. Thanks.